Hi, 7th grade. It is Wednesday, April 29th. Today I have a PowerPoint slide for you again. This is the kind of the introduction to who Harris Burdick is. And then I list for you a few of his stories to choose from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I give you 6 of his pictures. There is a phrase or excerpt, and then there's a title. You can get some information about the story from the title and the excerpt. You're going to get maybe a character, a setting, a problem. You could get a few of those items picked from the picture and the prompt and the title. So that can be helpful to you, and it might cause you to have a little intrigue and be drawn to one story more than another, depending on what the picture and the prompt is. I apologize for the noise. Mr. Shum is sanding upstairs. Sorry. So the introduction, it's a little bit of a story introduction. I introduce you to a man named Harris Burdick. 30 years ago, a man called Peter Wender's office, introducing himself as Harris Burdick. He explained that he had written 14 short stories and had drawn many pictures. He brought one drawing from each story to see if Wenders would like his work. He was fascinated, loved the drawings. But then Harris Burdick said that he would bring him the stories as soon as possible. They agreed, and he left all 14 drawings with this editor. But he never came back. It says he did not return the next day or the day after back. Harris Burdick never returned to Wender's office ever again. So over the years, he has these pictures and the titles and this one little sentence from each story, but no actual complete story. So Harris Burdick remains a mystery today. So one of the really cool things about this is each one of these pictures has the potential for an innumerable amount of stories. You could start at the beginning with the picture, say the picture is the beginning of the story. Maybe the picture is the end of the story. Maybe it's the middle and what happens before. You have the picture and the scene that's happening, and then you get to describe what happens after. Really what this is just an inspirational writing prompt. A man who decided to do these 14, I chose 6, these 14 pictures, and leave it to the imagination of writers everywhere. So it's just something really cool to look at. So your task is to read and look at all 6 of the pictures, the prompts, and the titles. I actually have 2 slides connected to every picture. The second slide is a series of questions that could be brought up or answered in your story. These are just my questions. They don't have to be your questions. It's just to get you thinking about how could this story develop? Where could it go? How could I create some mystery or intrigue or answer some of these questions in my story? So you don't have to use those questions or go in any of the directions that I have. It's just my way of getting your brain thinking. So the first one, Archie Smith, Boy Wonder. Next one is Under the Rug. It shows another place, another time. That one's pretty cool. Mr. Linden's Library. That one's a lot of fun. Just Dessert. That one looks really scary. And then the last one is The House on Maple Street, which reminds me a little bit of the movie Up. But you guys take these stories however you want to. Notice all the really small details in each of the pictures, especially in the picture for Another Place, Another Time. Look all the way in the background at every single little detail you can see. You might see something that you didn't know was there. Come on Thursday. I want you to make your choice on Thursday. We're going to talk about each one of these pictures. I'm going to go over them briefly during class, and then hopefully by the end of class you'll have an idea of which one you'd like to pick and the story you would like to start writing. We are not starting writing this week. That'll be next week. I'll see you tomorrow.